Welcome back to the Dynasty Hot Seat, the only Dynasty show out there that is certified Inferno. And today, what we are going to do is we're going to do the hero running back strategy. What does that mean? Nice and simple. What you got to do is you got to take one running back super early, and that's going to be, like your superhero, the guy that's going to like carry your team to victory. And then you're going to kind of leave it for a little while and then hopefully grab a couple other guys later on. Now, because this is Dynasty, in my opinion anyway, let me know if you disagree. If you're going to take a running back early, then you better want to win pretty quickly. You want to take a running back early. You want to try and win now. Let's see how we do. We'll get right to it. We'll pull up our draft board. We got position number 8 locked in, which you just picked at random earlier. So let's just get this draft started and see who we end up with in the first round. What we're going to do here, maybe we wouldn't do this normally, but we're keeping the strategy. We're going to take Bijan Robinson. Now, Bijan Robinson's great because he is so young. He's actually giving us the opportunity to not kind of force ourselves into a win now strategy, but we can kind of take it more long term because he's so talented, because he is so good. He's going to last longer than your traditional 2-3 years at running back. He's probably going to go 5, maybe even 6 or longer in the NFL. So we have a bit more flexibility. And I love who's dropped to us here in the second round. It's Garrett Wilson, a guy, again, huge long-term value, linking up with Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be an absolute smash success this year for the New York Jets, who are looking pretty good, right? So let's continue to build this young team, I think. We've kind of got Robinson, we've got Wilson. Why don't we just continue to build on these young, awesome receivers and see what we can get? A quarterback, we still haven't picked one up. Tua is there. I'm not sure I want to pull the trigger on Tua in the second round. So let's see if we can't just keep going with receiver. We got T. Higgins and Devonta Smith. We got Jackson Smith and Jigba. We got loads of guys here that have got excellent value. I'm going to go out of these three, Higgins, Smith, and Jigba. I'm going to go with someone who I think's got a pretty high ceiling. I'm going to go actually Jackson Smith and Jigba here, just to kind of vary it up a little bit. Now, Devonta Smith and T. Higgins, are they going to have a better season this year? Probably. But who do I picture being maybe the more long-term success in the NFL? I might think Jackson Smith and Jigba has that potential, but this is a coin toss between these three. You could include Drake London in here if you want, but I want to keep this team as young as possible with Garrett Wilson right there. So let's take JSN and lock him up, and let's make a bit of a fun team here. Of course, it is just a mock draft, and we have our hero running back with Bijan Robinson, so we don't have to look at running back again for a little while. And Drake London has fallen back to us as well, which I think is great. Do we have any value at quarterback? I think I'm going to steer clear just for now anyway. We maybe pick our quarterback up in round 5 after. So let's continue to smash this wide receiver room, and let's get Drake London locked up, will we? Awesome team building. Robinson, Wilson, Smith and Jigba, and Drake London now locked up as well. You got to absolutely love that, especially because, as you know, on the hot seat, we have 3 wide receivers that we need to fill here. So getting those wide receivers in early is always a really, really good idea. Who is still available here? Is this time for us to take a quarterback? I don't think so. I think we're still pretty okay to avoid that for a little while. Do we have an elite tight end? We got George Kittle, Dallas Goedert, Dalton Kincaid. No real person that I want to take in the 5th. Tell you what, the person that is standing out to me here, we have Jordan Addison. Then we have Calvin Ridley. What I think I'm going to do here is actually take a Calvin Ridley. The reason for that, don't expect Jackson Smith and Jigba to come in and hit right away. So we want someone to come in. We have our hero running back, so we want to try and win still. I know Bijan will last longer, but we still want to try and win. I'm happy with the youth. I want to build up some win now experience at wide receiver as well. I'm taking Calvin Ridley to add to this awesome wide receiver core. I expect him to be right amongst there with the wide receiver ones this season, actually. So I'm pretty happy with getting him right there. Now I think we could start to look at potentially getting our quarterback locked up. Jared Goff is there. That's where I think I'm going to go. Jared Goff, came off a very good season last year. He's got so many weapons around him at Detroit, including now Jahmyr Gibbs, who's just come in. He's going to be an excellent asset for Jared Goff. So I'm happy with him. He, again, has potential to finish in the top 10, top 12, quarterbacks. And I might go back-to-back quarterback here and take Geno Smith because I don't want to miss out on these top sort of 20 guys, right? Because once you get now towards your Kenny Pickett's, right? Towards your Jordan Loves, these people with question marks beside them, then it gets a bit dicey for your future. But I think Goff and Geno have a pretty secure future from where I'm sitting anyway. I think that. So are we going to transition into our first tight end? No, I'm not really seeing anything just yet for tight ends. Let's continue to build this wide receiver room. And then what we might do is swerve back and have a look at running back once again in the 9th round. What we're going to do here is going to take a guy that's criminally undervalued, Deontay Johnson. Expect him to have a bounce back year after coming off 0 touchdowns last season. I don't expect that to happen again. So I think Deontay at his current ADP is excellent value. He's a target hog. He's going to catch a lot of balls. He's definitely going to score more than 0 touchdowns, right? So let's get him locked in and continue to build this awesome wide receiver room with our hero running back strategy. And let's give Batman a Robin here, shall we? We've got Breece. Oh, we don't have Breece Hall at all. We've got Bijan Robinson locked up. We need to get a second running back and a third and a fourth and a fifth probably to back him up. We got Dalvin Cook here. I don't know about Dalvin Cook. He's going to the New York Jets. Breece Hall, who maybe that's why I said Breece Hall, he is there already. So I might stay clear of Dalvin Cook. David Montgomery, same kind of thing. Yeah, I'm not too confident taking a guy that has a clear number 2 or number 1 or 1A, 1B, whatever we call it. I want someone who doesn't have too much competition. And I'm seeing James Conner there. I think he's the perfect guy to pick up if you want to try and win this year. He doesn't have any competition currently at Arizona. He's been really good when he's been on the field for them. I'm going to take James Conner as the second running back. But I am also aware that he is a 1-year rental. So what I want to do is have running back as a focus now. And we can do that because we've got so many awesome young wide receivers. I'm also aware we don't have a tight end yet. That's why I'm thinking here we have Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet last year had a really good year in terms of how much he was targeted, in terms of the target share that he got. He just needed to add in a few more touchdowns. He did well towards the end of last season. He was right up there towards the top end. I'm pretty happy with Cole Kmet, and I'm hoping to back him up with like a Greg Dulcich as well. So I've got 2 solid, good tight ends. That's what I think is a good strategy to do. If you're not going to take one of those high-end guys, you may as well wait a little and take someone just a bit later. I don't think we'll be able to wait on Cole Kmet. Well, we might be able to, but I don't want to take that risk, really. So I'm going to get him locked in here. Cole Kmet as a starting tight end. He will do the job perfectly for us. Sam Laporta going, I do also really like him, but I want a tight end that'll come in and do a good job for me this year. And Sam Laporta, as good as he is, might not start to produce just for a little while. So I'm happy with Cole Kmet. And hey, we said we'd take Greg Dulcich as well. We might be able to wait on him. And I think actually what we'll do now is take a third quarterback as well. Now, there is an issue on Sleeper with a bit of a glitch where the computer doesn't take quarterbacks, but I'm going to go ahead and take one now before it's slightly unfair and taking advantage of it. I'm going to take Brock Purdy here and lock up our third quarterback. And I'm not going to touch quarterback again because this glitch, it's not very fair. It's not very realistic. So what we'll do is we'll take our third quarterback now instead of waiting down the line and stealing a player where the value isn't necessarily what you would see. Going back to the running back well here, someone really standing out to me here. Tajay Spears-Prince. Tajay, heir to the throne of King Henry. You guys see that little vault he did? A little leap during preseason? That was nice, wasn't it? I think he's going to come in. He's going to take over the throne of King Henry. He could even play this year depending on how Tennessee do. If the Titans aren't coming out all guns blazing, you might end up seeing a Derrick Henry trade in the opening weeks of the season. If they don't think they're playoff bound, I don't see why they would keep him. I think they would get whatever they can for him. and that would be with at trade. So Tajay Spears, a guy to really, really keep your eye on for sure. Let's see. Can we go back to the running back? Well, let's see who's there. Devin Singletary there. He is kind of standing out because, again, he has a chance, but I think we might be able to wait on a guy like Devin Singletary coming back to us. So why don't we go back to the wide receiver? Well, here we got John Mechie, Odell Beckham, Rondale Moore. As you get to this kind of area in the draft, round 13, I think it does kind of come down to personal choice more than anything. This ADP is so close, it's so mushy that it's kind of hard to say this is definitely the guy that you want here. But let's go ahead and pick a guy who does have a chance to see the field and pick up targets and potentially even be a number one target on a team. And that's the guy sitting right at the top here. It's John Mechie. Not a lot of competition at the Texans, so let's see what he can do. Let's give him a chance and add him to our young, amazing wide receiver room as the board swings right around again. And we're hoping Devin Singletary is still there, which he is. Perfect. 2 Houston players in a row. Now, why am I picking up Devin Singletary? Because I don't think Dameon Pierce is this franchise running back. Dameon Pierce, I mean, he is going way up here. Let's see, where can we find Dameon Pierce? Look. Where is he? Here. I mean, 5'11", going right after J.K. Dobbins. Right, people taking Dameon Pierce before Mixon, Swift, Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Alexander Madison, Aaron Jones, Devon Achane. I mean, I don't see the talent there. And even though Devin Singletary, is he a world beater? Absolutely not. But can he beat Dameon Pierce? Absolutely. Like, for sure can beat Dameon Pierce out. So again, he's got a chance. So let's take a risk on him there. Why not? So let's see who we have available. Tight end room, not much going there. I do like Tyler Higbee. We might try and grab him a little bit later as a third tight end. Wide receiver, no one really standing out for me there. Keyshawn Butte's ADP has rocketed up after making, one catch in preseason, which is always interesting. A guy, Jerome Ford here, who might be the backup. If Nick Chubb goes down, Jerome Ford's value will rocket up. Raheem Mostert, we did see him used quite a bit in preseason as well. I don't expect Devon Achane to get the monster load of carries. So Raheem Mostert, I think, is a guy here that can come in and get us some points on those kind of bye weeks. Hopefully, we won't have to resort to using Raheem Mostert. Kenny Gainwell going off there again. A guy I was looking at, hopefully, to come back around to us. And now we're getting towards the gambles. Like Kareem Hunt doesn't have a team yet, but he's going to sign somewhere, you would imagine. Same with Leonard Fournette. He's going to sign somewhere. At wide receiver, again, DJ Chark is there. He has a chance. Michael Gallup is there. He's got an interesting chance at the Cowboys. But yeah, nobody, Justin Ross, I mean, the ultimate gamble. Nobody's there that I'm really, really loving. So I always think if in doubt, take a running back because that's the most hostile position. That is a position you want to be most stacked at because the most injuries happen there. And these guys have the most chance to increase in value. So let's take one of these backup running backs. And let's go ahead actually and take Kareem Hunt. It is a gamble. He has not signed for a team. But I just don't see his value going down anymore. Like I think wherever team he signs for, his value will go up past round number 16. I mean, he's going to the same location as Leonard Fournette, Keontae Ingram, Gus Edwards. He could sign somewhere that excites people and his value go up. We might even sell Kareem Hunt immediately. I think that's a good gamble to take for sure. And let's see who's available then at the wide receiver position. In fact, let's go ahead and lock up Tyler Higbee. Tyler Higbee, criminally underrated, finishes tight end 5, I believe, last year. And there's issues with Cooper Kupp and his health still at the minute. So I'm happy to take a Higbee and see if, he could even be a starter for us. Like Cole Kmet, absolutely no guarantees that he's going to be starting ahead of Tyler Higbee. I thought we'd taken another tight end there. We've just taken Cole Kmet and Tyler Higbee. So that's a decent enough our tight end room for sure. And we got one more pick. Let's shoot for the moon, will we? Will we take Justin Ross? And just absolutely shoot for the moon. Justin Ross, a guy that has a chance to be relevant in a Patrick Mahomes offense. Sure, DJ Chark, Michael Gallup, all these guys are more established, but I mean, if we're starting Michael Gallup, we're in trouble. DJ Chark, we're in trouble. Claypool, we're really in trouble. Let's just take a risk on Justin Ross. We could definitely wait, but this is the last round, so I'm just going to take a risk for the purpose of this video. We'll take Justin Ross, we'll lock him in, and we'll see what happens with him. So let's have a look at how this hero running back strategy went down then, shall we? Run through the team. Quarterback, Jared Goff. Our hero running back is Bijan Robinson, the ultimate hero, right? Back him up, James Conner. Then we really focus on this awesome young wide receiver room that has that mix of, has a future but can also win now, which is the perfect blend, right? We have Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Drake London. Then at tight end, we got Cole Kmet. More awesome receivers with Calvin Ridley and Deontay Johnson. Geno Smith as our second quarterback in Superflex. But we can slot in Brock Purdy if we need. Then on the bench, Tajay Spears, John Mechie, Devin Singletary, Raheem Mostert, Kareem Hunt, Tyler Higbee. And rounding it off, we got Justin Ross. So that is just one example of what a hero running back draft might look like. Give it a shot if you've not already. It's always good to try out lots of different things, lots of different drafts. But that turned out quite nice, didn't it? Yeah, turned out pretty well. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you have stuck around, make sure you've liked and subscribed and all of that good stuff. We're doing quite well here. So let's see if you can join aboard and keep it going with these draft strategies. We got ones coming out a couple of times a week now. So make sure you stay tuned. And remember, for anything Dynasty you need to know, keep it locked on the Certified Inferno. I'll see you next time.